Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and welcome back to Why Mega Evolve. Now, earlier this week we talked about Mega Young Mega, and today we're going to be talking about Mega Carnivine. But before we get started, let me just give you guys a brief explanation of what this series is about. Now, every week I will be picking two Pokemon that either need a Mega Evolution, deserve a Mega Evolution, or want a Mega Evolution for. Now, this is based off my opinion alone, and no one else's. Now, if you guys do not like my opinion, then please post your own opinions in the comment section down below about what would you keep, what would you change, and etc. And at the end of every video, I will be telling you guys which Pokemon we're going to be talking about the following day. So with that said, here is Mega Carnivine. Now, Carnivine is one of the worst Pokemon coming from 4th gen. Now, don't get me wrong, its design is actually pretty cool if I do say so myself, but when it comes down to it, like at the end of the day, is it going to do work in competitive play? How well is it going to be able to do damage? How well is it going to be able to take hits? Is it going to outspeed anything? Like, you got to take all those into consideration. Even if you don't play competitively, you also got to think, is this thing going to be good to have on a team? Because you don't see everyone like rushing to get Carnivine to be put on your team because it's so good. Same thing for like Furret, Mariana, like the beginning Pokemon you would see at the beginning of the game. Like, you don't see everyone rushing to get those Pokemon because they're so amazingly like godlike. No. Now, in my opinion, Carnivine is one of the few Pokemon where I think should have gotten an evolution from 4th gen first, because it's so bad. Like, it's literally in my top 5 like Pokemon from 4th gen that needed the Mega Evolution. I would actually think that rather than getting like Mega Garchomp, Mega Lucario, and like any other 4th gen Pokemon we got, I honestly think like Carnivine and a couple other Pokemon should have received a Mega Evolution first, because when it comes to Mega Evolutions, in my eyes, it's to make like shitty Pokemon better. I mean, we like, for instance, we had like Mawile was a shitty Pokemon, but then when it got a Mega Evolution and got huge power, the thing instantly went to Ubers, and it's one of the best Megas out there. So when it comes down to Carnivine, like I said, it's not that it's a shitty Pokemon by any means. It's just that when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, how well is it going to do in battle? Because that's what Pokemon is essentially about. It's about battling. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Carnivine is bad. Like, I don't want to like overly sugarcoat it, but at the same time I kind of have to, because like I know there's going to be a lot of people going to be complaining and say Carnivine's awesome. Oh, it's so amazing in competitive play. I play lower tier like Pokemon. No, it's bad. Carnivine's bad. Its defenses are piss poor. Its attack stats are somewhat okay. Its speed stat is complete shit. So at the end of the day, Carnivine, in my opinion, is one of those Pokemon from 4th gen that should have had a Mega Evolution already, rather than, like I said, Mega Garchomp or like Mega Lucario. So as you can tell from what I've done to its stats, I did increase everything but left its speed alone. Now, I didn't want to increase its speed by any means, considering that as slow as it is already, it's a very good Pokemon to have in like a Trick Room team if you wanted to go that route and use Mega Carnivine for like VGC or something like that. But it's not going to be able to do much because it's such a shitty Pokemon. But at the same time, like, those are just examples of what it can actually do if you decided to go with that route. So anyways, for its physical attack, I increased it from base 100 to base 120, and its special attack from base 90 to base 110. Now, for being Carnivine can be either physical or special just because of like the stats it already has. They're actually very, very decent, but the one thing that also makes me think that, or I wouldn't say think, but makes me say that Carnivine's shit is because of its move pool. Because if you look at its move pool, it doesn't really get access to all that great of like moves to like run all the time. Like I'm looking at Cerebi right now, okay? And like the best physical like grass type move that Carnivine's gonna get is gonna be Power Whip and Seed Bomb. Like, those are the only two like physical grass type moves you're always gonna be seeing if they're gonna run like a physical Carnivine. And for being a special Carnivine, like, its best special move besides like Solar Beam is gonna be like Energy Ball or Giga Drain. But when it comes down to it, most of the time I could probably see a lot of people running Giga Drain to gain EXP back, or not EXP, but health back. But other than that, like, those are like Carnivine's only stab type moves that you're going to be seeing a lot. And other than that, like, it doesn't get access to, like, I don't know, what other grass type moves grass type Pokemon get? I don't even know. Holy crap. Like, it's too early when I'm recording this. I'm recording this almost at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm kind of tired. But, like, Carnivine does get access to Crunch. It gets access to, like, Feint Attack, Leaf Tornado, Hidden Power if you want to go that route, Sludge Bomb, Swords Dance. I mean, you can run, like a Swords Dance Carnivine. Like, for its egg moves, it gets access to, like, Sleep Powder, Knockoff, Seed Bomb, Giga Drain. Like, those type of moves ain't half bad. But, like I said, I don't want to really sugarcoat it, but its move pool is not really all that great. I mean, if it had more diversity, I can see this thing becoming an amazing, like, Pokemon as a Mega Evolution in general. But that's part of the reason why I feel like Carnivine should have been, like, one of the Pokemon that are one of the few Pokemon from 4th Gen to receive a Mega Evolution. So for base 120 physical attack and base 110 special attack, you can go either physical or special. If you want to go mixed, you can. But it's actually pretty decent for a Carnivine in general. I can actually see this thing putting in a lot of work in, like, the lower tier, but that's only going to be in lower tier. I don't see this thing doing any work in, like, NU, RU, or any of those tiers whatsoever. Like I said, probably just PU. That's probably it, because its stats are not all that OP, if that makes sense. Now, for its defenses, I increased them both from base 72 to base 102. Now, Carnivine has piss poor defenses at base 72 in both of its defenses. So what I wanted to do is that I wanted to increase them as, equally to base 102, make them a little more bulkier, or should I say a lot more bulkier than base 72. This thing is not going to be able to live any hit whatsoever. This thing is going to be, like, dead instantly in a hit. So I feel like increasing its defenses will be actually very, very good. So that's why I increased them to base 102. And I already told you guys about the speed. But anyways, as a regular Carnivine, its base stats are going to be at 454. And with the Mega Evolution, it's going to be at 554. Now, for its ability, I actually gave it a new ability. And if you guys watched I believe my Mega Young Mega video, I can't remember if I said it in that video or not, because it's been like a couple days since I recorded that video. But I kind of want to start giving Pokemon Mega Evolution, or the Pokemon Mega Evolution's ability kind of corresponding to sometimes with their Pokédex description. And that's what I'm kind of doing with Carnivine, because I'm looking at its X and Y and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Dex description, because they're pretty much the exact same thing. But pretty much if you read its Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Pokemon Y version description, it says it binds itself to trees in March. It attracts prey with a sweet smelling drool and gulps them down. Now, what Extinguish does, I mean, it's kind of already a given what it does, but since Carnivine lives in, like, a marsh, and usually what marshes are pretty much like a wetland, I want to give it an ability to pretty much be what's the word I'm looking for? That fire type moves don't affect it whatsoever. It's kind of like Levitate, but instead of ground types, it's going to be for fire types. Now, the reason why I've given this type of ability rather than Levitate is, for one thing, Levitate, in my opinion, is a useless ability on this thing. I understand why they give it Levitate, but it's complete useless on Carnivine. I mean, at least give it a hidden ability, and at least give it an ability that actually would work well with Carnivine, like maybe like Sap Sipper or something like that, because Sap Sipper actually sounds just like the Pokédex description I just read to you guys. But with Carnivine being weak to fire and also being a grass type, I decided to give it an ability called Extinguish to pretty much neutralize fire type attacks, so it doesn't get hurt by fire type moves. Because it's always in a marsh, and when it comes to marshes, like, they're always like, it's like a wetland, and that's where Carnivine lives, so it makes sense to give it an ability like this. And also it still takes away a typing that you can hit Carnivine with, and rather than being ground, I would rather have it be like a typing that it's weak to, which is fire. So I think Extinguish is a very good ability for a Carnivine, because in that way fire type attacks don't hurt it no more. So the only thing it's going to be technically weak to, if I guess you would have, I don't think Mold Breaker works like that, but anyways, it'll only be weak to ice, poison, flying, and bugs. So you're only going to be weak to 4 typings, but out of the 5 typings that I actually just listed, including fire, I honestly see more fire type Pokemon or just fire type moves in general, so I feel like an ability like I said like this will actually do it some good when it comes to competitive play. And for its typing, I left it alone as grass. Now I was actually contemplating about either making this thing either part poison, fairy, or water, but once again I decided to leave it alone because even though it does get access to a sludge bomb, which is a poison type move, I don't want to have like another grass poison type Pokemon, nor do I think that just because it gets access to sludge bomb it'll be a good part poison type, because I really don't think part poison will do good for it. What other type? I said water. It doesn't get access to any water type moves, and also same thing for fairy. It doesn't get access to any fairy type moves, so there honestly would be no reason for me to actually add on a typing for no reason. So with that, there is Mega Carnivine. So anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also don't forget to comment and subscribe. Now if I do sound a little quiet, I do apologize. I'm actually recording this almost at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I do have people sleeping in my house, so I kind of have to be respectful and be a little bit quieter than I normally am. So if it's kind of hard to hear me, I do apologize, but I kind of highly doubt it. If I'm just being a little bit quiet because it's late at night and I can't really watch D Gray Man because the anime site that I use just fucked me over. But with all that said, the next Pokemon we're going to be talking about is a Pokemon still from 4th Gen. Like I said in Mega's video, I remember saying this, we're going to be sticking in 4th Gen because I feel like 4th Gen is going to be the next batch of Pokemon games that are going to get a remake. And when it comes to remakes of like a specific region, we're going to be getting a lot more Mega Evolutions from that region, just because like when we got Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, we got a lot more Megas from the Hoenn region as well. So I feel like it's only natural for me to talk about 4th Gen a lot more. So the next Pokemon that we're going to be talking about is Mega Honchkrow. I really love Mega Honchkrow. I really love Honchkrow, one of my favorite dark type Pokemon, and I would love to see that thing get a Mega. So we're going to be talking about it on Monday. So like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also don't forget to comment and subscribe. So this is White Boy for the win, and I'll catch you guys later.